Whew. Yeah, that's exhausting. It's exhausting to have to set up the video every time you put it on. It's like, there should be a button like use, and there may be a way to do it. Use the same fucking parameters you did last time. You know. I want you to put it on the same playlist as the other one. Like, maybe there's a way to do it. Somebody smarter than I am probably could do it. All right, let's put these colors back that we did or didn't use. Clear the area. We can't operate in this kind of chaos. It's evil. Chaos is evil. Don't get anything done. We'll move that up in a second. Metallic. These are washes down here. This is this crazy ash color, which I lost the tip to. I took it off because it wasn't working and I can't find where it is. Whatever. So we'll just, that tip won't be in the way anymore. That's a color that is definitely needs to be replaced. It's being difficult. All right, so we got a bunch of cars that came in from the garage that are going to need a brown wash, but we need to brown wash these first so they can dry, because these are the two that we're going to work on. And why am I working two at the same time? Because I'm going to encounter something on this one that I won't be able, at least to have another one to go back and forth between. So, can I buy more tips of the Yeah, I can. I mean, I can use an old bottle. I just, it's not worth it. Same thing happened with the white. I've got this white here. That's not the one. I've got this white that is this cool white, and there's no top to it. I mean, it doesn't make it dry out any faster. It's just kind of, it is what it is. Shit happens, Keeps me from being perfect, I guess. Ask my manager about that. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is, let's go ahead and give these guys a brown wash, and then we can go and figure out how we're going to design them. Okay? And let's take a good look at this. This looks really good. This is just, it's like a pearlized finish. This is my first attempt of doing it, and yeah, we'll be doing it again for sure. When I'm done with it, it might not be noticeable, but who knows? All right, that's the Glueland one. We can use this. There's nothing active here. Strong tone, baby. Strong tone. Yeah, these are definitely not all 1/64th scale. I mean, this is, this would be a massive vehicle. Just a game, folks. Just a game. All right, we're going to give this guy the brown treatment. And I'm going to thin this down a little bit with water, because I don't want this to just turn into a brown morass. Now here's the problem with it. I've sprayed so thin that if I push on this too much, I'll actually take the paint up. It came up a little bit there. Now, with that said, it is probably going to look good, but I don't want it to automatically let's see where it randomly gets damaged. No, I want to make those decisions. So we'll be careful not to scrub across it. Yeah, see? It's coming up on the side there. Well, you know you're not covering up any detail when that happens. Okay? And this guy. Well, one thing's for sure, we're going to tint this at full strength. Okay, we'll set that off to the side. Now, let's be careful we don't have that same problem here that we just experienced, because this is harder to repair. Now we just give it another dry brush and it's done. That green was also super thin. That didn't help. Yeah, this didn't get affected at all. Someone was sending me food pictures. I had to take a detour for lunch. Woke up a giant, huh? Yeah, I love to eat. This is the same thing we would have done with, say, a British tank. Well, we wouldn't have used this color. Would have used the bottom color. It's like Portland sand. It's almost the exact same color as one of the two colors that they used in the desert. It's the lighter of the two. Okay, so this guy is ready to go. We just have to wait for that to dry. Alright, so you might as well clear coat these other vehicles that are over here that have are going to be the original color. They're just going to have a clear coat. For example, the rabbit truck, Dust Bunny. Beautiful green. It looks even better now. Got a skateboard back there. Hey man, skateboard's not a crime. Well, you're still a criminal. If you're driving in this race, you don't deserve to live. Okay, there's the Volkswagen. All right, who we got over here? The Seville. What was that car that was a Cadillac that people that were way too young for a Cadillac would drive? An Escalade? I want to say there was something else. I'm like, yeah, there's just some car brands that are just like, man, you're too old for that shit. Okay. It's not super noticeable, but it does make a difference. It's worth doing. Alright, this little sand gnat with the double machine guns. I don't know that a wash is going to be very effective here to do anything, because it's so damn dark. Escalade, yeah. Yeah, I remember like in the early 2000s, people that were like, in their 20s were getting Escalades. I'm like, that does not compute. I'm afraid that my lack of sleep from last night is really catching up with me. I did not sleep very much at all. Okay. What else we got here? El Camino. Hey, El Camino. Not worry about the front of the grill because that's going to get repainted. There it is. Big old redneck truck. Not a monster truck, it's just a truck. These two will be the same troop type. Just keep it from looking exactly like the same everywhere, from every angle. Oh no, we're going to do it on the back bed here, but okay. This guy, I'm fading fast, but this thing's drying. Coffee, ineffective coffee. Ineffectus maximus. The douche canoe. Douchey Duschelstein. Yeah, the coffee might help. You need more people on here bust out the AI hotties on the thumbnail. Yeah. Yeah, there's some AI things that are pretty captivating. I never did find that picture. I mean, I found the couple. Remember I was telling you and I came across it, there was a father-daughter from Japan that would do cosplay. Not that I'm into cosplay, because I'm not. But they did all kinds of different, like, the dad and they're both Japanese. And there was this one where did like he was like a Sung warlord, like a Chinese Sung warlord. And she was his, concubine or something like that. But his armor was really, really cool. And I haven't been able to find that one. They're from Japan. I did find their Instagram account, but I didn't see that particular. Anyway, she's really cute. She almost looks like a real life anime figure. Not that I'm into that, but it's like she's really cute, whatever her name is. Or at least in that getup, she was pretty cute. All right. This guy, the basketball dude. Dribbling dumbass. Do you like to play basketball? No, he's not well. Yeah, I couldn't find that particular one. They did two. One of them was like a Japanese warlord and girlfriend, and another one was a Chinese one, and those two were awesome. Both of those were awesome. Let's see. I bet I could find them just on that. Okay, here we go. Let's use this. Japanese father and daughter cosplay. Yeah, they're here. They're these guys, for instance. It's not. It's kind of blurry. And they do, all kinds of different stuff. And he was dressed up as this Chinese warlord. The armor on it was like scale or something, and it was freaking awesome looking. Um, I don't see. I don't see that. Here, Instagram, Fumi underscore 2001. Yeah, they don't have. I'll have to find that one and save it. It was really cool. Those two in particular. Yval, very cool YouTube channel that does amazing tables and videos of their battles. They have only done one War of the Rings, but the idea is awesome and could be applied to anything. The Wizard's Brush found it very cool too. Amazing tables and videos of their battles. The Wizard's Brush. The Wizard's Brush. We'll have to check them out. This is a make-believe vehicle called the Torque Twister. It's got aspects of a bunch of different vehicles. Chrysler 300, maybe a little bit of a Camaro. Some make-believe car conceived in El Segundo, California. You do all this stuff by the time you're done. Oh, that's dry. Okay, we can move on. You'll send me the video? Okay. We have the fisting one. What? What'd you say? It's got a fist on it. This is a cartoon new vehicle. You might have the wrong channel. Oh, well, is it good? I don't care if it's cool. Yeah, it's getting to the point where it's like, you don't know what's real and what's not. And I don't like AI for that. You'll be surfing around, it's like, man, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's totally fake. Or nobody really looks like that. That's not really a girl. Not meaning it's a dude. I'm just that it's not real. You know, not even doing anything inappropriate. But I noticed that one thing that's out of control is videos that you put, and you just there's so much advertising on Facebook, and there's just stuff that doesn't even interest me. And God forbid you click on one thing, because the next thing you know, you get bombarded by more of that same thing. And the bad thing is you're getting all that content, which is fine. You could just say I'm not interested, but I'm certain that there's other content that you are interested that you're not getting it, because that's tying up all the information to you. But the other thing that's out of control is anytime there's any kind of advertising, and I don't know whether they're doing it on purpose or whatever, it doesn't make a difference to me, because I'm not really into that. But if there's anything that involves, like, let's say they're selling beds or something like that. Selling, what are those damn beds that are all over the place? There's a certain name, and they're probably a piece of shit. It's like a cheap mattress, whatever it's called, the sleep number bed, right? I forget what the hell they're called. Grape or citrus or something like that. It's like purple. Anytime they have any of those videos, I'm going to be upset with myself if I lost a video. These people have it so cool. I'm sure you'll find it. I got a lot of stuff saved. But you'll go and you'll surf out, and there'll be some video of people selling beds. Anytime there's any female that's barefoot, it gets bombarded. I mean, there's just so many people, nice feet. I mean, it's just like, dude, man, it's just weird. It's just weird to be like, that's what you're going for. And you figure, it's probably just people trying to get a rise out of somebody else, but it's like, it's a lot of people. So, somebody was kidding a long time ago when they made they did a feet comment on Mitch's feet. I don't know, it's probably true. One of you weirdos are in Mitch's feet. Have at them. The science van. This got dulled a lot. This was a super shiny thing. Super, super shiny. I don't think I'm going to... Yeah, I am. I'm going to watch that. I just don't know what direction I'm going to go with it. Right channel, wrong video. Okay. The Wizard's Brush. How about that guy that has the Gaslands videos, and he does all of the special effects on it? That's pretty cool, but man, that just seems like it'd be a shitload of work. That's going to cut into my creating vehicles if I'm doing that kind of stuff. Wasteland Raceway, I think is what it is. I mean, it's pretty cool the way he does all the special effects and stuff, but I don't want to get into that. I'm shitty at I make shitty videos. We'll just, and I'm okay with that. Okay, this one's almost dry. And it got significantly less red. I'm probably going to give it another... another brown. Okay, this one doesn't have any color at all. So that's all. Oh, Jungle Gym over here. I just got hit with 3 fucking ads and got nothing you said. Oh, what was I talking about? Getting bombarded with feed ads? Well, they're not feed ads. They're just advertising for whatever, and they'll have, they'll have women on there that are barefoot, because it's like a bed, you don't go to sleep with freaking shoes on, And the weirdos go on there and try to get a rise out of everybody, say, hey, nice cute feet, or, or more inappropriate stuff. And it's like, dude, it's not what the point of the video is. But I don't know, maybe they're specifically targeting those people. You like feet that much? Go work at one of those Asian nail salons where, they're all stacked up like a factory, Just a little bit of a wash. That can't be some African thing. There's no tigers in Africa. Not anymore. Oh, that's all I said, yeah. No, that's all I said. I didn't, it's nothing, and nothing life-changing. Okay. Let's look at this melted asshole. Well, before we do that, and we can spend a little bit more time letting that thing dry, we need to design, maybe not both of them, but I think the rocket guy is probably the easiest one to design. The rocket one's probably the easiest one to design, because I even have a name for it. It's going to be the Sandstorm Salvo. So let me find this. Is the Sandstorm Salvo. And it looks like a buggy. Even though it's big, I think it has to be a buggy. And a buggy is 6 points. It has 2 build slots. Well, it's going to have rockets. So now you're done. You sent me the video. You love the idea. Let me see if I can play it without it having any sound. Because now you got my curiosity. Okay. I'm not going to show it on here in case I get in any trouble for not supposed to do that. Did they use AI for this at all? Fuck, that's a lot of work. I mean, yeah, it looks great. That's a lot of work. Putting little cards and... the thing is that, so here's the trade-off. You do all this stuff to get people captivated to watch it, but then you get burned out in the process. Now, it's really good with, like, the little cards and stuff like that. I just need a film crew. It's a lot. Even the editing is okay. It's like, man, I can only be in one place at one time. But it looks really good. Okay, rockets is... Alright, let's use your thing. Let's use your thing you sent me. Oh, hold on a second. I need to... Let's see. How do I do this? Let's close all of this. Let's go to the messages and use your... Here? Gaslands aide de camp. Okay, what am I working on? Okay, so I can ask anything. Okay. How many points are rockets? I must not be holding my mouth right. Oh, maybe I need to click on this. Here we go. Okay. How many points are rockets? I'm pressing the wrong thing. I'm pressing that voice by accident. How many points are rockets? This didn't do this. Could you clarify what you meant by points and rockets? Oh, it's good. Okay. How many cans are rockets? I feel like Mitch. How many cans are rockets? And we should know that. I'm asking about Gaslands, right? Wow. Instead of typing how, I got GIW. How many cans are rockets? It sounds like you're asking how many cans are in rockets, but I'm not exactly sure what you mean cans in this context. Does it not know that we're in Gaslands? I'm not sure I know how to use this. Yeah, what am I doing wrong? Okay, 5 points. Rockets is 5 points. And it uses up both of them. Okay, so now we're at 11. This thing is too large to be a 13-point vehicle. Or a 14-point vehicle. It's got to be a 27. So that's our goal. So we're at 11 here. And we need 16 more points. We need 16 more points. So, I hate using the rule book. The rule book is just too nice. All right, so, we can add a submachine gun. I mean, fuck, you could add 2 of them. That'd be 10 points. Now you're at 21. That's pretty nasty. It's not going to have a ram. So let's look at, military. Deadeye. This vehicle's attack step, the vehicle +1 to hits of making a shooting attack at a target within double range and not within medium. So it's kind of like a long range type thing. Loader. At the start of this attack step, this vehicle may temporarily reduce its crew by 1 until the end of the attack step to gain a +1 bonus to hit with a single weapon. Critical hits still. Okay, that looks good. Loader. 2. Okay. Fully loaded. If a shooting weapon on this vehicle has 3 or more ammo tokens remaining before discarding it. I mean, first of all, it only gets rockets and you only get 3 rounds. So the fact that it's got rockets coming out of every orifice, and I mean that in a good way, I mean, it should get some bonuses to shooting that, Rapid fire. Once per round after attacking with a weapon, this vehicle may resolve an additional attack step in, which it may only attack with that weapon. Rapid fire. I mean, this thing looks deadly as hell. That's 2 points. We're going to add at least 1 SMG. Okay, the SMG is 5. Okay, so this is 16. I don't have any vehicles that have 2 SMGs. I'm going to add another SMG. Now we're at 21. 22, 23, 24, 25. We still have 2 more points. Oh, shit. We're going to scrap rapid fire. And we're going to add headshot. Critical hits cost 3 hits. Now we should have 27 points. 11 and 10 is 21. 11 and 10 is 21. 22, 23. 26. And we'll have grenades. 27. Because this thing looks like it's armed to the freaking teeth. I know, it just has a seat for one. You just have to pretend there's two guys in there. They're sitting on each other's lap. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just don't pick my lap. I mean, it's got rockets galore. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rockets. You know. Yeah, I don't know what it was doing for me either. I wasn't holding my mouth right. I'll show you here. Okay, so here it is, aid the camp, right? And it says ask anything. So put the microphone. How many points are rockets in Gaslands? How many points are rockets in Gaslands? Okay, that didn't work. Here we go. How many points are rockets in Gaslands? Okay, came up there. Okay, that's fine, but what if I don't put Gaslands in the conversation? Oh, this is something interesting. In Gaslands, the number of points for a rocket depends on the type of rocket you use it for a vehicle. There are a few different options for rocket weapons, and their points cost can vary. Here's the breakdown. Rocket launcher, standard, costs 4 points. You said it was 5. Homing rocket launcher, upgraded version that tracks targets, costs 6. I don't know that homing rocket launcher is in the frickin' game. Alright, let's do this. Let's just go on the internet. What's the rule for homing rockets in Gaslands? Are a specialized weapon upgrade that allows for easier targeted bypassing of cover defined by heat-seeking rule. This isn't in the rule book. Oh, it might be something in the original rules. Limitations. Note that Gaslands refueled, rebalanced many weapons in some updated community discussions or technical changelogs. Specific homing missile rules from early drafts were removed or changed. Well, that doesn't mean we can't use it in our game. You know? Yeah, it's from the earlier version of Gaslands. That doesn't mean I'm opposed to using it. Just like that compact car, it doesn't matter. I'm designing the scenario. You're not going to win fucking awards or anything. You know? It's just for narrative. Like, you know, I'm all for these rockets being different than standard ones because he's got a shitload of them. You know? It's pulling from existing training data, not the PDF I gave it. That's right! Unplug HAL now! The machines must die! Who has the upper hand? Flesh and blood, equipped with lead. Ask how many points do rockets cost and answers me one sentence. Okay? If it gives me something different, you unplug this fucker, okay? Okay, we're in this aid to camp. How many points do rockets cost? It didn't give me the T. Rocket launcher costs 4 points. Homing rocket launcher, upgraded version which tracks targets, costs 6. So it's not giving me that 5. Is it 5? Let's see. It is. Yep. Yeah, it gives me the runaround, man. It likes to give me a lip or something. Uppity machine. Alright, why are you not seating all the way down? Is that because we got some goopage there? Alright. We'll cut your ass. Slices through this real easy. ¿Qué pasó aquí? There we go. Now it seats properly. All right. Now we'll goopity goop you. And what we learned is we're going to need to put something here. Gupta gupta. This just doesn't bond. It doesn't bond with the plastic. If you have to remove it, you can just peel it all off. It's just very user-friendly. Very user-friendly. That's so annoying. Mitch will do that all the time. I don't know that Mitch knows how to type on a phone. If you ask him to look things up, he speaks into it. And all it takes for me is like for it to not misunderstand me twice. I'm like, fuck this, I'll type it by hand. You know, I don't really use speak to it much because it's like, you know, I mean, I don't talk funny or nothing. You know, hey, look for this thing. You know, then you would understand. I wouldn't understand what you're talking about, but. I turned on extended thinking, but you don't have to keep messing with it. It pisses me off. It's acting like that. Fuck AI! Yeah, it gets glitchy and stuff like that. Well, it was like when I wanted it to design, what did I want? When I wanted it to make the rednecks flag, right? I said I wanted to make like the Confederate flag, but flip the colors. Oh, we can't do this racist content. And I had to like dance around it. I'm like, all right, make the Scottish flag. So I made the Scottish flag. All right, we'll change this color to this. I basically turned it into a racist. You know, you could always get around it, but man, it just really wants to. You know, I mean, the whole reason I'm not making a Confederate flag, so it's not offensive. We're not trying to promote racism in there. It's just we want these guys to be, you know, Confederate looking, because that's exactly what kind of, you know, you have a bunch of rednecks. They're gonna have rebel flags on them, just out of principle, you know. Okay. This little guy. This thing's gonna be awesome. I gotta take a pee break, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna paint this frame that goes around the edge here. Okay. I'm gonna put a frame all the way because there's rivets here. So why would a rivet be on the fucking screen, right? So we're gonna paint something along the edge here, and see how it has like almost like a Y pattern. I'm going to paint a center one as well. We're going to go across here, and down through the middle. That's what I did with the Irish car. Except the Irish car actually had etchings. Like it said, you know, it almost like looked like, hey, there should be a brace here, but it's just not painted. Here, there's nothing painted. But we'll fix that. want to break the rules of the game, meaning this is a vehicle that looks like it could be armored and have rockets, but I can't do that with a buggy because it only has 2 build slots. I don't want to break it that way. You know, it's like if I absolutely needed to have 3 things, then I would make it a truck. Even though it doesn't look like a truck, it would just behave like a truck, you know? And it probably matters less for me than anybody else because, like I said, I'm never going to run a tournament with these. I'm going to supply all the vehicles. You know, it doesn't really matter, you know? It's about having fun. All right, we need to take this fan and move it farther away from me because it works freaking great. Actually, I wish it wasn't so noisy and didn't blow as well. It blows really well. Like, it's ridiculous how well that works. All right. So at this point, we're not worrying about the douche canoe, right? We're gonna work on this one and continue on it until I encounter something that I can't continue because it's too wet or something. All right. So let's start with a new one of these because I got a shitload of them, right? Really should probably get rid of these things. All right. This color is the sand color. Okay? The pale sand. And we're going to mix a little bit of black in with it. And then we're going to paint this frame. All right, so trivia here. You know what this looks like a little bit? It has a nice silhouette. Remember in the original BattleTech, they had the Marauder? You know, the one that has the 2 big cannons? It's kind of sloped. It kind of looks like a Marauder to me. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm seeing things. I'm definitely seeing things. The question is, are you seeing them too? All right. A little bit of black. Something like that. Something like that is fine. All right, we're going to go across. The bottom of this. Obviously, it needs to overlap the rivets. That would be stupid. Same thing here. Same thing up this side. I find that if you pull towards yourself, you get the smoothest lines. And then across the back here, this is going to be interesting. Now, if I had not applied a clear coat to this, that wouldn't stay. That wouldn't stay at all. There'd be it'd be slipping, and you'd put paint on, and it would disappear. It wouldn't stay on there. That's a lot of glass. Now, I don't think I'm going to put mesh on it. This thing is just freaking armored. Some futuristic armored thing. Now, do I need to make any of these wider? It's good width here. Mr. Goodwidth. You can't tell, but there's basically a split here. So I'm going to thin this down a little bit so I have a little bit more mobility with it. I got a half a mind to make the top portions solid. I think I am. I think I'm going to make this top solid. You know, protect the heat from the rocket. These rockets are going to be firing off here. That looks better. As you Brits would say, it looks better to my eye. I like that. It's a good saying. Now we'll just build it up with layers. Thinning the layers so they don't get goopy. Not worried about the rivets right now. They're going to get the dark wash around them. We're just building up this frame. Whoa, let's not get carried away. Don't get so excited. It's only a toy, you gotta go to work in 2 days. Alright, let's bring it up another little bit. Now I'm going to let this dry a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to paint these black parts. So these rockets, we're going to start from black. There's two of them hiding right here. Okay, we're going to paint the ones in the top too, but there's two in the front. Putting a dark tone wash on a scorpion. Dark tone or strong tone? This thing's scorpion-like. Got some pink camouflage on it. Or some pink tones on purpose. Rockets galore. And then same thing up here. We're going to go ahead and paint these guys a pure black. War paints. Yeah, I'm going to use the dark tone here in a second. That's the Nuln Oil. It's better than Nuln Oil. It's really good. I'm a fan of their stuff. Those washes are great. They dilute incredibly well with water. Army Painter had a wonderful sale on their war paints. It got 2 starter sets for $20 for your brother and his wife. You have a brother who has a painting wife? Sure, go ahead and paint that. I don't think you should paint that way. You should paint the other thing. How's going to get some good at going to do that? Why are you going to paint that thing? Gonna be for your Goblin army you're building from Warhammer. The Scorpions and the Goblin army, huh? Now I was saying that I don't think that's a gun, which is good because we can't put another gun on it. It will be illegal. I shift. I was playing some music yesterday, and it was some band I never heard of before, and the guy sounded like a goblin. I just never heard of this band before. Sounded like a fucking goblin. Let's find out what it is. It's probably some band like, oh, you don't know who the hell those guys are? I said, I don't. And it didn't sound like something that just came out. It sounded like a late 80s, early 90s band. Sounded like something hair metal, Your brother and his wife got into Gunpla, and then they went and did a free painting session at Games Workshop, and they gave him a whole box of Rohan guys to paint for free. That's the writers, right? That's like the steppe nomads, but they're not Asian. Rohan sounds like some German guy's brother who isn't well. Johann, where's your brother? What's his name? It's Rohan. He's playing in the pigsty. He's playing with the pigs in poop. What would they call that now? The special brother. Rohan. Rohan, he's the special brother. No, that's not working. We need to paint it, then we'll come in and do the wash around the rivet. You had a gamer girlfriend once. I decided after that I don't want a gamer girlfriend. I don't want a gamer girlfriend. I don't want a gamer girlfriend. They're too fucking weird. They hog your games. I don't want to loan out my brushes or paints. I don't want a gamer girlfriend. They're too fucking weird. It's okay if they want to do weird stuff. They just don't need to be weird. A gamer girlfriend sounds like somebody that would be like, they would have like special like food requirements, you know. Like, we're gonna buy some coffee. We're gonna buy the special fair trade certified coffee rug. Go fly a kite. Go away. Alright, let's bring it up one more. Gamer girlfriends are usually introverts too, which I find a little annoying. I'm the introverted one, so I prefer. Yeah, you gotta have balance. Like, my wife is good. Everything that I suck at, she's good at, and the stuff that I'm really good, she can't fucking touch. Like, she's not good with directions, maps, history, painting. That may be it. Okay, but I mean, I got that down. Like, I don't need any help in that department. You know. And I'm not that introverted. I thought I was. There's some people out there that are just like, social skills of an armadillo. I don't consider myself an introvert. The problem is I don't have much in common with people on the street, which is probably a good thing. But it's like, what do you do? I watch television. Okay, what else? That's it. Sports! Boys! Sports! Like, come on, man. I mean, I like smart girls. Smart girls are hot. They still have to be attractive, but I'm just saying that, I wouldn't want a dumb girlfriend. It's just like, I don't want to be around dumb people. It'd be like dealing with somebody that just does stuff like that AI all day long. Like, oh my God, go away. Yeah, it's gonna look. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. Oh, girlfriend that are in cosplay. I do not want to go to one of those cosplay conventions. All right, let's go ahead and paint this since it's part of the mechanism. And this is part of the mechanism too. What's up, Ben? Ben, you want a gamer girlfriend? Ben from the Waddy. Much better with this frame now. This thing looks really fast. Well, buggies are pretty fast. This is a fast looking vehicle. Okay, here comes the $1 million question. What color are the rockets? I feel like they need to be a military color. Otherwise, it's just going to look like some cheesy ass 4th of July parade. Now, I don't know how the hell they're going to launch this one and not hit the tire. Maybe that's just a holding area for them to, you could reload it. I don't know how you reload it on the fly, but. I'm thinking it should be some kind of a green color. Not super bright, but maybe even something like this in tone. I think that probably would look good. Maybe even do the tips with some red or white tips or something like that. But the actual shaft, yeah, I went there. And the fins probably in military green or something like that. Well, let's try that. And if we don't like it, we'll repaint it. I paint really thin. So it's like, oh man, it didn't turn out. Like, it's not like I covered up any details. All right, so what green do we have that's here? What is this? German camel. It's not German, and just it's a clashy color. It needs to be more subtle. Reflective green, still too green. I thought Russian uniform or something like that. U.S. olive drab. Probably not green enough. We'll put it over there. We can always enhance that a little bit. What's this? This is like green gray. Too gray. Military green. This looks like one that's excruciatingly watery. Like it's like permanently separated or something. having a beer. This morning I did it. I did a morning show for like, was it 3.5 hours, 4 hours, or something like that. I had a Guinness at 8 a.m. I mean, I didn't like chug it. I mean, I started sipping on it at 8. Perfect. Dunkelgelb. Like how the Germans did Panzerfaust and Shreks. It's a little too... God, that's ugly. I don't know, maybe it's a little too yellow. Let's roll with this and see what happens. Let's see what happens. We need some black. Bring out your black. Dong. This is kind of like a British Racing green. It's not exactly, but... What did we say this thing was called? Sandstorm Salvo. Yeah, it's got rockets galore. For sure. This guy's going to be for one of the Dune dudes. Maybe this is some ex-military guy that still thinks he's in the what do they call that? The sand trap? The sandbox. Sandbox salvo. That would probably work too. Sandbox salvo. I think I like sandbox salvo better than sandstorm salvo. That allows you to use sandstorm for something else. Sandbox salvo. I don't know, what do you guys think? Sandbox salvo or sandstorm salvo? Definitely the salvo. It's got so many damn missiles. It's got a veritable fuck ton. Genies is good. What's Genies? A brew? Oh, Guinness. Yeah. That's probably what it corrected it to or something. What time is it? I should have a drink. Uh-oh. About a mile. 1.5 hours away, pulled in one of the rest areas, stretch your legs, take a power nap. I was getting sleepy. Okay. Love you. I'm going to have a drink. A very small one. Just something to sip. Trying to get better so all my alcohol doesn't go bad. Be right back. All right, we're going to have some Maker's Mark, French Oak Straight Bourbon. Cheers. Not going to drink that fast. That's not the objective. All right. Yeah, it's Kentucky. It's all, it's a little on the sweet side, but, we're going to drink it slow. The whole goal is to not even have a buzz. That's the objective. Chug. Went out the window. Yeah, I don't cook, but I used to do a lot of I used to enjoy mixing drinks. I don't do that anymore. It's like, I'd rather just drink the stuff neat or straight, or I'm lazy and, you don't feel yucky afterwards. Okay. So does everything have the dark green? This thing right here, even has missiles down here at the bottom. We're not going to paint those. I don't care if it gives Marcus a headache. We're not going to paint those. All right. Let's go more to the true color, so less black in it. And we're going to focus on the color of the shaft for this. I have a beer, but I'm out. Okay, that's the warhead. So we're going to try to avoid this color for the warhead. The warhead will go in a different direction. I don't know what that is, but... All right, let's start adding... let's not add white. Let's add the same sand color. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this looks good. It looks bright without looking like it needs to, pop. We haven't added the black lining yet either. So one of the things that I saw somebody was recommending from the time that they were playing was, instead of activating the weapons when you go through the first gate, which basically means 35% of the vehicles are ever going to get to fire a shot. is do it in the second turn. So in other words, go through gear 1, go through gear 2, go through gear 3, 4, 5. Anybody else? Boom. Then the weapons are active. I'll pin you the vid. The guy looks like he's going to do a few custom cars like that. Which guy's this? I only got part of the conversation. I just don't want to spend a lot of time making like better quality videos because it cuts into my painting time. Oh, he found a vid of a guy making a Hot Wheels Wonka-mobile and extending the cab. Looks a bit involved, but might be useful if we want to make a longer van type thing. Have I seen it? I have not. Wonka-mobile. Let's see. No volume. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's cool. And it shows me a commercial immediately. Come on, stop. And it's anime. I'm not the, you know. He's stripping it, okay. Hey, look, he's clearing it the same way I am. Ooh, he's adding putty. I'm going to watch this. I'm going to... I mean, I wouldn't make a Wonka-mobile, but I see what, you know. That looks pretty cool. Needs weathering, but that's the easy part. That's cool. That's really cool. Thanks for sending me that. I'll check that out. I'll have to see what he's using for putty. So it's likely that next weekend I'm going to visit some places that have either flea markets or stores or something like that. You guys have any interest in shooting a small video of it? And a small video like the video that I took of the guy at the flea market. I don't want to be, you know, prying into people's shit. You know, they're trying to run a business. But that one store in Ocala, I keep saying I'm going to do it. They're super nice. It's the guy that has all the Godzilla stuff. Vintage Toy King. That store is so organized. It's like therapy. You walk in there, you're like, oh, you can just hear, you know. It's just... I don't like messy shit. It drives me crazy. It makes it difficult to think. All right, I think the color of the rocket tip, you want to be able to get them to pop. I think red is too fucking loud. I think we're going to start with a whitish color. Is there white already here? No. The store vids are usually pretty good and useful for people thinking of going there. Well, it won't be as epic as the freaking place in Canada. That was amazing. I'm a little leery of doing that Because I'm probably thinking, like, why is he thinking, why would this guy want to do a video of my store? Does he expect me to give, I don't want free shit. I just want you to do well and still be around 5 years from now. That's it. You know? I don't want your store to close down. If I wanted a store to close down, I mean, if I wanted a place to close down, let's close down some Golden Corrals. Right? I'm never going to go to Golden Corral. That place sucks. You know, like, I don't want hobby stores or vintage toy. I mean, those places are cool. The only thing I don't like about those places is they attract collectors. And collectors are a special form of dweeb that I don't get. I'm not a collector of anything. You know, I just paint shit. And then I collect it. No, it's my therapy. You know, you can always email them before, let them. Now, I know the guy. He's a decent guy. He's there with his wife. His wife's really nice, too. So. You know, it's like when Mitch and I were filming at Historicon, we ran into the guys from Little Wars. Like, they did not like being filmed by somebody else. Well, the one guy was cool. But the other people were like, you know, like, man, I'm not trying to show you in a bad light. Hey, if you're just the same person that you are in real life as you're online, why are you hiding, right? He paints then collects it, that's right. I'm a promoter. I'll put like a stripe across the bottom here. Yeah, I like this. And then just do a little bit of impressionistic like shading. I like that. No, I'm doing stuff with it. Like, you know, we're hanging out and enjoying whatever it is that this thing is. All right, we need to do something with the wings on the end. So let's go a little. You got one guy, he's in Florida somewhere, over in the St. Petersburg, Clearwater area. I don't remember what the name of his channel was, but he literally goes with his camera and he goes, okay. And it's kind of, I've watched a couple of his videos and it's kind of like, what's he going to find, right? But he literally has like the camera in one hand, his phone in one hand, and he's like, let's see what we got here. We got these things. Oh, I'm going to take that thing. And it's just kind of, you know, but he'll like do one video and he hits like 16 stores. I'm like, holy smokes. There's too many crazes online to assume someone's coming up filming and has good intentions. Yeah. Yeah, there are too many crazy people. Need a vigilante service. Weather fell down to 65. Oh, wow. Rain a little. What's rain look like? Man, we're like in the droughts of drought. And the funny thing is, I bet in like a month, it's going to rain like every freaking day for like a month. But yeah, I don't know what it is outside. I don't want to go outside. It's probably in the 90s. And no rain in sight. $92 real fuel, 97. Nope. Nope, ain't gonna do it. So, I don't know if I told you about this, but I'm trying to get in the habit of riding my bike again around the neighborhood. You know, mountain bike, nothing insane. Not on the fucking road with people. The neighborhood road, yes, but not, you know, on a highway or something like that. And I started thinking, you know, what if I encounter a dog? It's not very likely to happen. So I'm like, you know, I don't want to carry my piece with me because it's, you know, it's not really in a dangerous place. You know, it's not like I'm going out in the woods or something like that. So, you know, I don't want to like shoot up somebody's dog. So I looked online, like, what do people do, like, to protect themselves against a dog? And one thing that was really interesting and seemed worth a shot is an air horn. So I bought an air horn at Walmart, and you know, like 120 decibels, like starts getting aggressive, like fucking blast them, you know. So I gotta come up with something to strap it to the bike. It's not huge, but what's the worst thing that can happen? It pissed away $8, but and we don't necessarily have a neighborhood that's full of, you know, loose dogs that are, you know, aggressive, but still, there's when we go walking, there's one house that always has dogs that go like ballistic, and I don't think I think nobody takes them outside. They're like, you know, they're dying. Well, the thing with mace is you have to aim it. I think with an air horn, just aim it in one of the you don't have to aim at it, one of the cardinal directions, and it'll just, you know. Go, you know, if you have a dog, go freaking walk it, man. That's what it. I mean, I'm not a pet person, but if I had a dog, the advantage I would have is not for protection. It would be like, it makes me go out there and walk it. Like, we get some mobility that we all need. Maybe not in 97-degree weather, but, you know. All right, let's slowly progress to white. Ooh. Here we go. Just a little, just a wee bit. You had to get in my attic and get after some raccoon with an air horn. So they work. It stuns them. I looked online. I'm like, man, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to sit there and kill creatures, but I also don't want to be like. I guess I'll just leave whenever he stops gnawing on me. I'm trying to be proactive, you know. You know, 9mm ammo is too expensive. Just start shooting things at random. Nah, I don't want to. You know, it's just a dog. You just. All right, let me step away from it and get a good look at it, as I like to say. That looks good. That looks good. Now the next thing we need to do is let's do some black lining right now because it's looking a little dull. Now I don't know what this is that's on the hood. It's not a machine gun. I don't think it's a machine gun. Let's get dark tone. Spice's good idea. Unhealthy eating and an unhealthy lifestyle got your dad at 58. Wow. Well, they're obviously, after going to Europe, they're putting shit in our food. And, our metabolism, like my metabolism is just fucking gone. It's just like, it was taken up by aliens. That didn't used to be the case. But it's like, it happens to everybody, But 58, that's young. A friend of mine that I grew up with, his dad died at 49. But he was a severe smoker. The smoking shit, that'll kill you eventually. Okay, and then we got a little crease here too. Let's get the creases first. Yeah, they put shit in our food just to, I don't know if that's always been the case, but they put sugar in everything. And it's like, and sugar just makes you crave more stuff. It just, I haven't had a soda I haven't bought soda for the house in like over a month. It's not like I'm giving up on caffeine. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And by soda, I mean diet soda. Coke Zero. Okay. And around here. And there. Black tea, I like black tea. If it just had the caffeine content of coffee, I just wouldn't even drink coffee. Because black tea tastes good. I don't know what kind of contraption's back here, but it doesn't look like brake lights. Some kind of tomfoolery. It's looking a lot better than that bullshit color it was in. And it wasn't a bullshit color. Like metallic blue. It was like the Florida Gators meet, Jurassic Park. It was like it was going in so many directions at once. Like, man, pick a theme. Make all those little rivets pop. Is this the one you gave me? It's going to turn out great. It may not look like it right now. Check on where the wife is. Oh, she's back driving again. Oh yeah, she's between here and Tallahassee. Yep, this guy is, what would you say? Sandstorm salvo? Sandbox salvo? One of those two. Maybe sandstorm. It's not very boxy. Trust the process. It's even got pink camo on it. Kind of pink. Brown rose. It's like, man, this thing's got a lot of rivets. Well, then you've obviously never painted a Panzer 38. That thing has got rivets galore. No, it's not Gugon. It's Citrus Strip. Works great. Works great. We stripped that, and we stripped an old pickup truck I have. And, yeah, we did a shitload of vehicles this morning. Shitload of vehicles last night and this morning. Got them started. Got 2 vehicles completed yesterday, so I'm probably going to do a walk around when I get to 100 vehicles, which will probably be in about a couple weeks. I think. It's not going to be a super professional video. I don't want to waste my time on doing that shit. Walmart. Yeah, watch my video. Watch my Friday night video. Or was it Thursday? One of the nights I actually like used it. It's pretty cool. And the one I had was old. Usually it smells pretty good. This one smelled a little like gasoline. But it wasn't acetone. You know, and it's not that brutal on your fingers. Can't wear gloves. It'll eat through the glove, but it's mild. And it's gel-like. Sand camo, yep. Yeah, it'll look good. You know to trust me now. It's unusual. I ran into that brown cooter. Did not turn out how I wanted it to, and it was just the interference of that pink splash from Blue Man Group pink paint type of thing. It was working a whole lot of interference on me, and it turned out okay. Other than it's not what I wanted, so. So the next truck that I have, which is the other thing that I stripped with Citrus Strip, the one from my childhood, it's the same body of Dirty Cooter, but we're gonna lift it. I'm gonna use a different undercarriage for it. So I don't know which one yet, but we're gonna make it look different. No, it's just some make-believe camouflage. It's Sandstorm Salvo. You can tag Chat GPT. The salvo part works. It's a lot of freaking rockets. It's a lot of rockets. But in the game, it only has 3. But whatever. It's just a lot of rockets. It's just not very effective. Oh, we need to do these too. Man, this fucker has a lot of rivets. And this guy that has the Carolina Squat, it's going to have squat in the name. Like, it could be Papa Squat. Probably going to be repainted. Maybe. Got a crossbow back in the back. Daryl's crossbow. What did you fucking say? Like, holy smokes. There's that one episode, I forget which one it was. I think I was watching it with Mitch a while ago. It was one episode, it was all Daryl and Carol. And Carol was like, enunciate, motherfucker. And Daryl's like, holy shit, man. Oh, we're having whiskey too. The idea for the gas truck, it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, that one's got to have that perk that it's likely to explode. The beach dude. Dunes. The Dune dudes. Okay, we got these rivets. We got these. We're halfway through the ones on the front. Okay. Nothing there. Except for this. Working our way around. Nope. 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 That's all done. All right. It can be. There's a perk where it's like you basically go like up a 1 in size. So if you're like a middleweight vehicle, you become a heavyweight with the explosion. It's like more damaging, but it's like, you know, I don't know if that's really a perk. This thing's going to be nasty. This is going to be very offensive. It's a buggy with rockets, 2 submachine guns, the loader perk and the headshot perk, and a set of grenades. But it only takes 6 damage. So it's like, you know, don't let it get away, you know? Don't let it get away from you. Now, I'm going to do something that that I normally do with my desert vehicles with these guys. So I'm not going to use the chocolate brown yet. I'm going to give it an overbrush. probably not fair to call it an overbrush. A dry brush, a really light dry brush of dark sand. Not pale sand, dark sand. Not puff. Dark sand, God bless it. Where is it? Here. There she is. Then we'll add drippings. I'm going to try to avoid the missiles also in doing this. Really light. As a matter of fact, we're going to use a new brush, or one that's hasn't been violated too badly. Get almost all of it off. What was the album you told me I needed to listen to? Marty? What was the Styx album you told me I wanted to listen to? I forgot which one it was. Alright, same thing over here, back in the corner, going over these little rivets so they stand out just a little bit. Equinox. I did not listen to Equinox. Crystal Ball, I think I listened to Crystal Ball. Let me think. Oh, you know what? I think I probably listened to the one that was after Crystal Ball. Let's make sure that the music volume is off. I was thinking it was Grand Illusion. Anyhow, I like most of their stuff, but some of them is just too operatic. I like too much like opera. You know. Oh, I was listening to and I found the song I'd never heard by them before, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'll see if I can remember which one it is. Was it Man in the Wilderness? I thought Man in the Wilderness was pretty good. I don't know what the fuck the song's about. I don't listen to lyrics. I don't give a shit. I don't need a life lesson by, somebody who does drugs. Um, Renegade is such a freaking great song. That is such a good song. Oh man. But a lot of their stuff is all over the place, which I don't really like. I don't like when a band has stuff that's all over the place. Like, people love Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin is all over. I'm not saying they don't have any talent. I'm just saying that their stuff is all over the place. Like, I really like that song. Okay, that'll probably be the only song on many of their albums that sounds like that. You know, Queen does that stuff too. You know, they have, and I guess that means, hey, they want to try different stuff, and I get that. But, you know. Grand Illusion might be too operatic. Well, it got like, yeah, it is what it is. You know, there's a fast forward button. You don't have to like every song. There's very few albums that I would say, you know, what album is like the perfect album. If somebody said what is the perfect album ever, it's a smooth jazz album and it's by the Rippingtons. This album is fucking phenomenal. And it came out when the wife and I were dating, and let me tell you what it is. I know it has a cat on them. They all do. I believe it's called Life in the Tropics. Life in the Tropics is a spectacularly good album. It is excellent. Every track is great on that. I can't think of any rock album that is like, I like every single track, you know? Born for Adventure. Okay. Well, I didn't go that far back. Sometimes if you go too far back, things are a little too, you know, before my time. The other day I was listening to Rush, which I've listened to Rush before. I like most of their stuff. I like almost every Rush song. Almost. I don't hate any of them. You know, I don't understand, you know, and I talked about this earlier. You weren't on here. I don't understand what the big deal is about Tom Sawyer. I don't hate Tom Sawyer. It's like overplayed. It's just, you know, there's other ones I prefer more. And I don't care if their song has synthesizers or not. I still like it. You know, most of their stuff is pretty damn good. Certainly of things of that same time period. There's stuff from the mid-'70s that, you know, there's stuff of every time period that, you know, sucks. Born for Adventure. Okay. We will have to... That's an old song then. Okay, what is it? Is that an Equinox? Okay. I've heard Sweet Madam Blue. Lorelei's a little too easy listening. You know. I mean, the guy's got a good voice, but he's like, you know, like... Should have been in drama class, you know what I'm saying? Like... Okay, a little more of this, and then we can go to actually weathering. This is like, we'll just call it like sandblasting or something, just to fade out the camo so it doesn't look so. I think that looks pretty good. I said this entire top of this was all one window. But yet it had rivets. I'm like, that doesn't work. So, you know, we added the supports in there so it looks like it's part of something. Okay. Now, and I'm not going to paint the rims. The rims are just black. Chocolate brown. Let's bring out the chocolate brown. This is usually the part that really starts noticing if it's going to go together right. Is when you put the weathering on. That has some of the original color before. You should like Midnight Ride, the song before Board for Adventure. Side 2 of the vinyl. Vinyl? What's that? Never had a vinyl record. It's ahead of my time. Tapes? Yes. CDs? Of course. Low flying plane. Get off my property, you son of a bitch. Okay, let's do the wheels first. And I also have this other guy here that's fully built. This little Burning Man looking dude. She's ready to go. And it looks like she's got a light machine gun and a heavy. So that's probably how I'm going to build it. A heavy and light machine gun facing forward. Of course, they'll have to be painted. Another buggy. You mean there's two dudes in there? Yes, and they really like each other. Or they're really uncomfortable. Those aren't pillows! All up in each other's business. But we prepped a whole lot of vehicles, a shitload of vehicles, including the science van for the Nerd Burglars, the X-Men car, like this other, so we should be able to, we basically, it took like maybe 5 hours to get 15 vehicles or so done. Oh, I've got this guy. I knew I had him around here somewhere. So we changed the tires on. This is going to be Dust Bunny. It's a rabbit pickup truck. It's going to be for the Dune dudes. Dude! Yep. This is going to look great. Really happy with this. And when I'm really happy with something, it's just like, man, I can't wait to do another one. I figure I could do about, between the space that I have left of the cases, I could probably do another 120 vehicles, and I have places to put them on. And at that point, well, I'm probably going to start packing the tanks away. They'll just be somewhere else, The cars are cooler. They're more usable. All right, next color up. U.S. Field Ram. And Iraqi sand. Iraqi sand. Where are you? Nope. That's Skeletonian bone. Nope, that's dark sand. It's kissing cousin. Iraqi sand. Nope, also a second dark sand. I'm swindling myself. No. 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 Okay. Where the hell did it go? Did I leave it outside? I don't think I painted anything in Iraqi sand. It's almost the same color. I just want to be consistent. Dark sand, right? Dark sand. That's pale sand, right? That's buff. That's the skeleton bone. Is it this? There you are, you sumbitch. Let's rinse this all the way out. Let's do some vestiges of some hue of the U.S. field drab. Right, dry brush. You want lots of different layers, and you want them to be distinct from each other. Otherwise, it's just blending too much. What I do? Put it away? What a moron! Stimpy, you idiot! And we still have drippings to do. So next, douche canoe. It's going to have a canoe which serves no fucking purpose whatsoever, other than the tie-in with a name. He's going to be douchey, so he's going to do douchey type driving skills, like cutting people off, that kind of crap. It's going to be a truck. You know, it's a station wagon. It's going to be a truck. Just like All Whitey then, which is also a truck. And I'm probably going to make it 35 points, like Whitey, just for consistency. There's a saw blade here. I don't know that I'm going to go through any trouble of painting it. I can't really have a rear ram on it. It doesn't allow me to build it that way. And I'm going to go, it's actually pale sand is the color that's on there, as the lightest color. So I'm actually going to go one color lighter than pale sand. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add white to this. I don't really have anything other than like, the colors I have are really old. Really, really old. And I just don't think that they're going to behave properly. So we're going to take pale sand with a tiny little bit of white. For some of that powder. Okay. It's everybody's favorite time. Drippings 30. I feel like it needs a number or something on it, but a bit late for that. It's not like there's going to be more than one vehicle of this type. Okay, I need to go use the little boy's room. I'm going to make a phone call. I'll be right back. All right, we're going to get more tea. I don't know that there's a single vehicle that I have that I don't want to build. I mean, I like them all. They all have merit. They all have merit. Wife's about 40 minutes away, so we got 40 minutes to get this fucker done. Not because I can't work on it while she's here, but, you know, she needs help unloading and shit like that. Fine, bitch, unload your own fucking car. What? Drippings. The proverbial drippings. That's fine. I need to do some research and find out which one of the places, because a couple of these I'm really low on. And they went and rebranded them all. And I don't like going to the game store, man. There's too many fucking weird people there. I'm not talking about nerds. Everybody's a nerd in one way or another. I'm talking about weird people. Like, don't you bathe? What? What? All right. Rustified drippings. It's a light color car, which is a lot easier to deal with than a dark color car. All right, so just adds another kind of undertone of a different, like, different color. Makes it look interesting, less flat. So then since you already added the black around here, if this color that you put on there that's rusty looks a little too light, it's just stacking on top of the black. So then it looks okay. But tomorrow tomorrow morning we will work on douche canoe and that other little doom buggy with the Burning Man. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be here. I have no idea what the meaning of that is. And since it is a make-believe make-believe vehicle, you can really have it be whatever the hell you want it to be. What was that Star Trek character that had all like the little dots on him? Isn't there a Star Trek character that had like all these like zits or some shit like that? Is it those Kardashians or whatever? Don't they have like little zits or something like that? Kind of looks like that. Pimple faced. Yeah, I like this thing rusty, like they welded this son of a bitch right here on the top of it. rusty. And then it got so rusty, it started to drip right from here. And then a couple of these rivets. Also rusty. And this looks like an aftermarket thing that they would have just welded on here. So likewise, there's some rust that formed right there. I think we're done. I think we're done. Want to see some photos? So it's a buggy with rockets, the loader skill, the headshot skill, grenades, 2 submachine guns, all for 27 points. Looks a lot better than the freaking Tyrannosaurus shitstorm that was before. I would have been fine with it. It was like orange and black and blue and the dinosaur stuff. It's like, you're just going in too many. You're like screaming at everybody at once, So, anyhow, that's where we're going to stop for today. I appreciate you guys coming by. We'll see you guys in the morning.